Hi, everyone. I'm Illena Armstrong, and I am the president of the Cloud Security Alliance. Welcome to our annual AI Virtual Summit. It's awesome to see all of you here. I heard yesterday was fantastic, and certainly you learned from some of my colleagues about the release of our AI controls matrix and how to apply that to your different environments, your solutions, things of that nature. And we have a lot going on with our AI safety initiative right now. We have so many projects that are so critical, and with a number of experts across the globe, across the industry, really multiple industries working with us. So I would encourage you to stay tuned for additional announcements. I know that Jim Rivas, our CEO, went over some of those as well, and I'm sure many of you will have questions and comments and potentially want to contribute in some of those as we move forward. But today what I wanted to talk about is give you some background real quickly on our pillars today, and talk about one of our major initiatives with which I'm sure many of you are familiar because we got such an outpouring of support for our fundraising campaign for our Trusted AI Safety Expert educational program, our certificate program. But I wanted to start by talking about where we are. So we launched 16 years ago, as many of you know, and we launched during a time when cloud was quite nascent, and so there was an absolute need for vendor neutral frameworks, education, guidance, events, you name it. So enter CSA at a time when we really were able to help build up and sort of nurture the relationships between enterprises and their service providers, really forge the shared responsibility to keep cloud environments secure, and then build all of these things like our cloud controls matrix, our certificate of cloud security knowledge program, and things of that nature. Now, here we are during a time when we're all facing the most consequential technological development, which is all things AI. That's where we come in yet again. We're moving at a rapid pace, and given CA's position, it only makes sense that we're addressing this. So a couple of years ago, we established the AI Safety Initiative, under which we're building many of the same types of tools and programs that you saw us build when we launched with cloud when we launched 16 years ago. The difference is, of course, is that AI is moving at such a rapid pace. There are so many facets to it. There are so many implications that we need to consider that we have myriad projects associated with this initiative. And I'll touch on a few. Jim touched on many during his keynote. But to give you a taste, so we launched our AI controls matrix. I know that in the last virtual event, I talked about our risk rubric.ai. We'll be doing an internal town hall for our members coming up later this month on that. Obviously, Zero Trust as a modern day sort of security, privacy, compliance framework. Don't trust anything. Make sure you verify everything is really foundational to any kind of security posture today. So we have our Zero Trust Advancement Center and our Certificate of Competence in Zero Trust. And so you enter now into this world where we're taking on our biggest challenge yet, and that's where we're releasing just a bevy of content and guidance and tabletop exercises and red teaming exercises. I think just in the last 3 months, we've released something like 27 research papers, many of which deal with agentic AI, you name it. Now, as part of this area, following on the release of our AI controls matrix, which many of you have downloaded, we've seen a crazy number of downloads for this. We still have more announcements coming, one of which will be our mapping to the EU AI Act. I'm sure there will be more mappings to other very critical privacy regulatory standards that we'll see coming down the pike. We also will be releasing auditing guidance, shared responsibility, models, you name it. So all of that is happening now, and you'll be able to actually we will be able to, through our website, our AI for STAR, or STAR for AI, I should say, on our website, we should be able to ingest the level 1 attestations later this month, as a matter of fact. And then the second level in probably November timeframe with more to come. So stay tuned for that. And if you have any questions, let us know. But that's where we now enter this next phase of offering the education for security professionals. And it should, in fact, be available today. So what is TASE? We are partnering with Northeastern University to establish this education. It is research-backed, very rigorous. We've had like a number of different industry professionals review and critique each and every module. We have 10 comprehensive modules, and so we've made sure that not only are we leveraging the expertise of all of the global academics, experts, folks that are working or associated with Northeastern, but also our own ecosystem to really ensure that we're talking about real world examples, whether we're discussing security controls, privacy, ethics, you name it. And why now? It's obvious, right? We're seeing this rapid adoption of AI technologies. It's demanding that cybersecurity professionals and others really have some level of expertise in their own organizations to help guide the adoption of AI in their different operations or the creation of AI tools. We're also seeing, because of AI's rapid advancement, different countries, different organizations create regulatory compliance mandates, which will become ever more critical. And the idea of making sure that you're able to harmonize your controls with those mandates in a continuous way will be very critical as well, which is another reason why you need this vendor-neutral independent education. Rise in threats, just as we're leveraging AI in our daily lives, the bad guys are too. So we need to be prepared. And it's just important to ensure that professionals have these essential skills to establish a very strong, resilient security posture. So who should earn their TASE? It's across the board. We've given some examples of some roles here: CISOs, AI engineers, any of these roles where you have some sort of oversight or participation in compliance, security, ethics, auditing AI systems, developing them, securing them, if there are pipelines, whatever it may be. It's all the AI strategies for enterprises. And at some level, it could be argued that even CEOs, presidents, board members should take a look at TASE as well. But I will say that one of the things we're already discussing is how we can build a separate educational program or that's ancillary to TASE that focuses on some of the questions and needs CISOs might have and their board members might have. And as part of that, we actually will have our first in-person forum at the Northeastern campus in Boston later this month. I'm going to say the 28th, I might be wrong, but hit up our website. And if you're in this area, please hang out with us. I'll be there. And during that time, we'll be getting feedback from all the attendees, C-level folks, to determine what are the needs there and what can we build for that group. The other thing I want to say very quickly about TASE is there's always this challenge of creating evergreen content that answers the needs of a particular technological development or need. What we've done with this, we definitely have that evergreen content, but we also were struggling with how we can make sure, obviously we'll work with Northeastern University to keep it updated, but how will we make sure that there's some level of immediacy? And so one of the things that we have created that will go along with this program is a series of prompts for all of the educational models that folks can use. They can use it now. They can use these prompts even 2 years from now. And these use cases that they might want to understand related to each of the educational modules will remain timely. So we're really excited about that add-on to this program so that we're, maintaining that evergreen content. We'll continue maintaining it with our experts, our contributors, Northeastern University. But we also have this much more immediate, timely component that our students can take advantage of. All right. And of course, what makes it stand out, just like everything CSA does, we just have an extremely robust global network of experts who are constantly working with us to ensure that everything we're releasing, all of the guidance, all of the frameworks, all of our education is relevant to the folks in the trenches every day. We're also working with Northeastern University, which is a global entity with campuses all over the planet, with experts all over the planet who can really help ensure that we maintain a very rigorous educational program for all of those who are interested. We're also building it just as we do with all of our frameworks and our guidance. We don't want to reinvent the wheel. We'll be, just as we've mapped to NIST AI RMF or ISO standards or MITRE or whatever for our AICM, we'll be doing that with this educational program as well. We have done that with this program. And certainly that global recognition, taking into account that view, is important, as well as a practical focus. So ensuring that when you're done with the program, you understand how the principles that you'll be able to apply in your own organizations. So the bottom line is, we're living in a world where it is critical that cybersecurity professionals become, if they haven't started this process already, the top AI experts in their organizations. And that's why we think it's just so critical to have this educational offering, make sure that it does maintain that vendor neutrality, that independence that people want, and really provides them with a credential that showcases their knowledge about this ever-growing technology that is impacting us all. So we really hope that you're able to take advantage of the program, check it out, have questions, give us feedback, positive, negative, neutral, whatever it may be. We're always evolving everything we release, and we take all of that feedback into account. So we hope to see many of you participate. And we look forward to talking with you all. If you have questions, do not hesitate to reach out to me. I'm always talking to folks in the industry on the daily, so I welcome even more conversations. In the meantime, I hope you enjoy your day with us, and I thank you so much for sitting in. Take care, everyone.